Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about verbal abuse, give some examples of it. That's the way I see it as verbal abuse. Now, I think one of the easiest way for people who are online, and they've been on the internet and they, like the internet and everything, social media, where you exchange views or something like that. An example would be, think of a troll, an online troll. Someone who we used to call them bashers and haters, along this line. And they might pick on you or somebody else, anything that person says, they just pounce on it and say rude things. Oh, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. You're wrong. Where did you learn this kind of crap? This kind of thing. And they'll do that. Basically, cutting the person down is the way we determine it. Okay, just cutting them down. And now that is a form, to me, of verbal abuse. Verbal abuse also can, be name-calling, and, I also see them very closely tied, verbal abuse and emotional abuse. Okay, all of them, in a way, I see closely tied together. But yeah, that's an example. It's like a troll, an online troll. And just take that thought and think about what is this kind is like in your actual face-to-face world. Somebody who's cutting you down, calling you names, talking to you like you're stupid, you don't know, why don't you know this, and why would you do such a thing when you don't see any problem with any of it. But just the fact that they cross that boundary and say things like that to you, it's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but yeah, somebody like that, in my view, is who does that is just a verbal abuser. One of the things I think some people, try to gauge, is when is it really verbal abuse, or when is it just they don't know how to say things right. If it's, to me, if it's anything that's really insulting to you, it's not at all, them trying to give you some constructive criticism. They're just putting you down all the time, or just even once to dare to cross that boundary, cross that line into your space, hey, that's within my comfort zone of what I will allow people to say to me. Some people will say, well, bosses do it. Yeah, I know, some bosses do. I don't generalize. Some do. But sometimes a boss needs to criticize your work so you'll start doing it right. So when is it? To me, it's when it gives that really negative, extremely negative feeling. But the thing about it is, some people grew up with having people do that to them so much, they've kind of become desensitized to it. So, but really, to me, it's when they cut you down constantly, and cross that barrier. One way to say, like if it's a boss who's crossing the line, is when they are attacking you, your person, your mind, your body, your soul, just you, instead of, like a boss, instead of what the project you're working on. Okay, like if somebody's telling you you're stupid, they're attacking you and not the work. Okay, now they're saying that you didn't do that right, and they shouldn't use words like stupid anyway, but they're saying you didn't do that right, and here's how you do it. That's them telling you, being a boss, you didn't do what was required right. Okay, but attacking you personally, saying that you're stupid, you don't have, you're not an intelligent person, however they frame, put it. Yeah, that's when they're stepping over the line. This is my opinion. I think that have made it pretty clear all around. So, anyway, if you want to, I'm going to wrap this up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would. And I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.